Tonight on Evening, we're coming to you from the brand new Pier 58 on the Seattle waterfront. And while we're down here, we're showing you how one local superhero is helping people get around our beautiful city.
High five.
Plus, we're helping you spice up your next outdoor barbecue. Hot dogs are out and fish is in. Evening starts now.
Well, hi there, and a perfect evening here. I'm Chris Cashman, and welcome to formerly Schwabacher's Wharf. We've come a long way. Seattle's Pier 58, now open. I could brag all about it, but we've got a more prominent Seattleite to do that. The pride and joy of the Central District. Your mayor, Bruce Harrell.
Hey,
howdy,
Chris.
Bruce.
Hey, Chris, nice seeing you.
This is your chance to brag about this beautiful addition to Seattle's waterfront.
Well, we're not going to brag, but we're going to stand sort of braggartly-like to talk about the beauty here. Look at the kids playing. You know, we built this specifically to make it family-friendly.
Yeah.
So when all generations come out here, look at the beautiful view. You have all the sculptures here for the kids. You're right around the aquarium. It's just awesome. And the great thing is it's tourism as well. So it's a really good vibe down there. We're real proud of this investment.
It just seems like we blinked, and now suddenly the waterfront is glowing again. And for people who haven't been down for a minute, they might not quite understand. You hear the buzzwords like connector, expansion, beautification. All of those things really did happen. You could park at Pike Place and you can now walk down here. You could have lunch, you could have a picnic, and you could walk right back up.
We're calling it the greatest pedestrian experience possible, and that's why we made changes at the Pike Place Market as well. We want people to get out of their cars, use transit, get around here, walk, get those 10,000 steps in if you can, meet people, slow down the pace a little bit here and build community. And it's all coming together quite nicely. I just love seeing people laugh and smile, realizing to deal with the tough stuff we have to deal with every single day, you need this. This gives you the energy that we need in this city.
Never knew who you might run into here at the brand new Pier 58, including the mayor. Great spot to come have a lunch. You know, Mr. Mayor, there is a creative way to get around the waterfront. Our own photographer, Diane Lewis-Torre, caught up with the captain.
Who's ready? Who's ready? Take a ride, bike ride, head up and down the waterfront. Hop in. Captain America Seattle, AKA Steve Rogers. Come down here to the Seattle waterfront to entertain people.
Look at him, he's bouncing. I know.
Help create memories.
My God, too sexy. My God, too sexy.
Help people forget the negatives and remember the positives. High five.
Funny.
I play music to entertain the customers and the tourists. And to bring the feeling of excitement out of people.
It's a lot of fun.
Anything by Spice Girls, Britney Spears. I like to play the Bee Gees a lot. You should be dancing, staying alive. Basically, long as it's silly and funny, I love to play it. Sometimes I do feel like a superhero when people are smiling and laughing and feel positive energy in themselves, and they say it's the best time they've had.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to entertain people and make people laugh and happy. I guess it just makes me happy to make others happy. How you doing?
Captain America 1's my favorite guy, and sometimes he'll even get up on the seat and surf somehow while the bike goes straight. I think it's just magic, or maybe he's actually just Captain America.
Take a bike ride, guys.
He's an icon of the waterfront down here in Seattle.
The reason I dress up in the Captain America suit and act different is because a lot of people, when they grow up, they're told to act a certain way, that they can't be goofy, that they can't be childish, they have to act like an adult. And I like to bring that out of people, that natural inner child that people seem to forget about as they age. For the future, I hope I can continue to entertain people on the waterfront, continue to bring that positive feeling out of people and create that positive energy in the world.
Pretty incredible. Yeah, I love him.
Thank you, Diane, and Captain America. You know, being by all this water, being by the ocean makes me think about writing a memoir, but it also makes me think about seafood. That's my kind of cookout. You know, if you're going to a state park this summer, you don't have to settle for burgers and chips. St. Brian shows us what's cooking.
The food that I love to cook is local, sustainable, and coastal. So most of my food has a coastal vibe.
Stephanie Harris Uity is grilling up black cod,
Black cod is like this perfect combination of whitefish and salmon.
which she'll be serving with a mango salsa made in-house.
Really fresh flavors, fun flavors, bold flavors.
Not at some fancy restaurant in a big city, but at Tuano State Park in Union.
Hood Canal actually has some of the warmest water in Washington State, which is really exciting. So we have lots of visitors here.
Here, in a 100-year-old concession building that has been dormant for 11 years, Stephanie has opened her first restaurant, the Posh Pescatarian, where 7 days a week she serves dishes inspired by her food and travel show, Appetite for Adventure.
I have a master's degree in film and television producing, and I also am a chef. So years ago, I was able to combine the two and create a television series that actually allowed me to travel the world, cook really good food, and create a couple of cookbooks, and at some point, eventually being able to open up this restaurant here on Hood Canal.
A visit to the Caribbean inspired these grilled shrimp skewers.
Super duper good, one of our top sellers. We sell out of that daily, so very, very popular.
It's so good. I don't know, I just love the spices and everything.
Locals are surprised to have a restaurant of this caliber in Union.
We're turning on all of our friends to it, and everybody who's come here just loves it. So we're just super excited because we want her to stay.
Absolutely.
Stephanie says that's the plan. She signed a 5-year contract. I may feel the food speaks for itself. The coastal steak sandwich is tender and juicy.
My compliments to the chef.
But just to entice more diners, the Posh Pescatarian offers a paddleboard perk.
So anyone who spends around 15 bucks in our store gets to have the paddleboard for free for about 60 minutes.
Sounds like someone knows exactly how to make her customers as happy as they are hungry.
Caribbean
look
grilled
at those.
shrimp skewers, mango
Beautiful.
salsa.
Thank
That's amazing.
you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Saint. You know, at other state parks, you're even going to find local beers, wine, and homemade pies. We're up in the game this summer. Hey, plenty more to come here on Evening from Pier 58, the new waterfront in Seattle, coming up.
Next, Jose takes us all over the place, from his latest favorite 5-star dive bar in downtown Seattle to some amazing people helping kids get outside and connect with nature up in Snohomish County. We'll be right back.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to Evening from Seattle's brand new Pier 58 on the waterfront. Making you thirsty? Not to worry, we got just the guy, our own Jose Cedeno. He knows all the fun bars. He's even, I'm told, a master beer gardener. Today he takes us to the Blarney Stone Pub in Seattle in the latest edition of 5-Star Dive Bar.
We're here at the Blarney Stone Pub, downtown Seattle on 1st Avenue. This place is a great little dive spot. A lot of people feel comfortable coming here. It's kind of like a Cheers. We have 10 taps on this side, we have 10 taps on that side. We've got a lot of regulars that love to come here and play pool. It's $1 per game. It takes quarters. A lot of people come in here and they look at the tiles on the floor. This area kind of used to be a brothel. We have a lot of people that take pictures and ask questions about why they're down there. There's a ton of Irish pubs around the area, but when have you ever went to a pub that's on 5-Star Dive Bar? On Wednesday nights, starting at 9 p.m. and Saturday nights, starting at 9 p.m., we have karaoke till close. We also have live music on Fridays. There was an artist, his name is Zach Bryan. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He actually gave us a shout out at his new album. This is one of the dive bars that he used to come into.
Now that we know more about this pub, let's talk drinks.
We don't have a happy hour, but every hour is happy around here. Tallboy Rainier for $6.75, PBR $6.75. Wells would be $9.25. We are in the downtown area. Things are a little bit more expensive, but we try to combat that with some specials. I know we're not in Ireland, but over the years I've heard that we pour the best Guinness in the city. I'm gonna pour some Guinness, hold it at a 45-degree angle. The trick is to let that thing turn all the way black. You wanna have the right amount of head on it. That's your perfect Guinness.
Well, sure, he knows how to pour it, but I know how to drink it.
Today I'm gonna make for you leprechaun milk. It's Jameson, Frangelico, and Irish cream. It's delicious.
Now it's time to try that leprechaun's milk.
And if you are hungry, no worries. They got you.
Food, let's talk food. We have a ton of things on the menu. Our kitchen has always been really solid. For you today, we're gonna do a Dublin pub sandwich. Comes with roast beef, arugula, and an aioli sauce on it. It's delicious. We're also gonna do a shepherd's pie. We bake it in the oven. Comes with cheese, potatoes, and then a side of bread. As far as appetizer-wise, one thing that I really like to tell people about is our Reuben roll-ups. Basically like a Reuben sandwich. It's in an egg roll with like a side of 1,000 Island.
I think it's time to give some free food. The loudest table gets some free food!
So if you happen to be in the area, don't forget to visit Blarney Stone Pub and Restaurant for the good times.
Thank you, Jose. I will admit that food looks delicious. Now, if you've got a local watering hole we ought to check out, make sure you check in with us on the King 5 Evening Facebook page or over on our Instagram, and you could just be featured in the next 5-star dive bars. Meanwhile, outside in nature, it's amazing what kids can learn if you simply get them outdoors and in nature. And leave it to Jose. He found a group that does just that in Snohomish County.
Imagine this is your backyard. A playground where you can have unlimited fun, but also learn.
What an amazing place we live in, and the possibilities that are here where we live. From the mountain bike trails, from the rivers, the forests, and the lakes that we call home.
The reality is that many communities need help and resources, like transportation, gear, and mentorship.
Glacier Peak Institute is the answer for our rural forest communities and looking at a positive future, embracing community, youth, and ecosystems. We run about 700 programs per year. The foundation of all our programs is the outdoors and place.
On my visit, the kids were learning about agriculture. I can tell that these campers are ready on a mission.
We got a little race going on. I don't know who's winning, but we got blue and red. They both are very focused.
But at the end, it was the red team that took the well-deserved victory.
Our after-school programs and our summer programs really focused on how do we use this environment for play and work and learning as well.
I'm ready.
Stepping outside literally has a calming effect where it's open and there's possibility. Possibility for you to explore and be something different and learn.
Our next stop?
Go GPI!
Well, let's just say is a learning extreme adventure.
Giving the opportunity to the youth to work through a challenge that's internal to themselves, the fear of this rock.
Yes, we're going rock climbing.
Doing something that would be objectively dangerous in the most safe way possible by managing those risks.
So you can hold on to that rope and then come down towards me.
All right, this is the rock the kids are climbing today. It's definitely going to be an adventure.
I don't think I'm gonna do this.
Being able to work through those fears and those doubts in the moment, it's super powerful. Watching these kids be timid at first and have them realize that it's fine and have an awesome time afterwards.
Almost there.
I think everyone needs to challenge themselves more. You grow the most when you're uncomfortable, so putting yourself in uncomfortable situations is the best way to grow as a person.
I did it! I mostly had fun. It felt really great. Watching other people go and do this gave me my confidence. I'd say I'd have to rate that a 10 out of 10. It was kind of scary, but in a fun way.
You see this confidence gaining of themselves, and that gives me hope for the future. Hope for future and a belief in them.
Thank you so much, Jose. Now, if you want to be a part of this, you want to donate, you want to volunteer, learn more about Glacier Peak Institute, go to our website, king5evening.com.
A new cookbook is giving you lots of recipes and dinner ideas, all from a simple seed. See what Open Sesame is all about when evening returns.
At Sun Mountain Lodge, luxury meets 3,000 acres of adventure.
We're in the sun, we're on the top of a mountain, and there's just an amazing abundance of activities and adventures to do while you're here.
You can go hiking on trails that take you from the valley floor to the mountaintop, 40 miles of mountain biking trails, and perhaps best of all, horseback riding.
Even though we've been here for a long time, you can rediscover Sun Mountain in a new way.
And welcome back to Evening from Seattle's brand new Pier 58. What a great gathering spot, the crown jewel of the city, now fully connected. Great spot to come have a sunset supper, which is a professional segue into bragging about our friend Rachel Bell. She has got a new accomplishment to add to her resume, cookbook author, and it's all about using one specific ingredient. Here's the preview.
If this were a network cooking show, you'd only see part of the process. But it's actually Rachel Bell's kitchen, and she keeps it real.
This is the glamour. This is the glamour.
Rachel is best known for her award-winning podcast and years on Seattle radio. But she's also an accomplished cook, foodie, and now author. Open Sesame is her ode to sesame seeds, specifically the Middle Eastern condiment tahini.
There are so many things you can make. I made a tahini queso. I don't know how many people have used tahini in desserts, and it tastes so good with chocolate because it's kind of like peanut buttery-esque, you know?
It also helps create an incredibly creamy cheesecake. But it's most commonly used for making authentic hummus, which Rachel fell in love with long before it was ubiquitous on store shelves.
I grew up eating hummus in like the 80s before it was a thing in the States. So I grew up calling it what my family called it. And since my dad is from Israel, we called it hummus. I learned that it's all about the tahini because that's the dominant flavor.
Oh yeah.
One of her recipes adds beets, resulting in a hummus that would impress Barbie.
I always say that it's done when it looks like frosting. I want people to never buy hummus at the store again because once you taste it, it tastes so different. And I hope that people will have my like boing moment and be like, oh, this is really good.
The cookbook is also really fun because the publisher wanted Rachel's personality to shine through.
They really let me be myself. I wrote the word fart in my cookbook. This is probably very annoying to say, but I loved writing the book. I loved testing the recipes. I loved not sitting in front of a computer all day and standing in my kitchen and getting to be creative and do what I love best, which is cooking. Oh, it looks pretty.
There are 45 recipes, each one offering a new twist on a centuries-old ingredient. Sure, you'll have some dishes to do, but you'll also be open to sesame in ways you never imagined.
It's always just so satisfying to tell people what you love and you hope that they love it as much as you. So I guess that is what this cookbook is. It's like a bunch of recipes that I love, and I hope other people like them too.
All right, Open Sesame available wherever books are sold, and I am told her gingery sesame chicken soup is a staff favorite. Style points. We'll be back with more from Seattle's beautiful waterfront, Pier 58, right after the break.
Now in our 39th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
All right, we are wrapping things up, sadly but surely, here at Seattle's sparkly new Pier 58 on the waterfront. Joy is the president of the Friends of the Waterfront Park. A lot of folks don't realize this doesn't just happen by magic. There is a nonprofit behind all this.
Yes, we're really thrilled. I mean, part of the vision of this 15-year project of transforming our waterfront was having a nonprofit who can work alongside community, the city, stakeholders to bring this world-class historic park to life. 20 acres, running all the way south from the Stadium District, north to Pier 62 and Pike Place Market in Belltown. You grew up here, I grew up here. I'm fourth generation in Seattle. Whether you just moved here during pandemic or maybe a year ago, or whether you've been here for generations, there is something to rediscover about our amazing waterfront, and this park is a big part of that. And we're really excited about having the grand opening celebration on September 6th to welcome 50,000 people back to the waterfront and be able to see what this big project has been all about for all these years.
Full endorsement, awarding full style points. It really has connected the city and the waterfront. Pier 58 now open. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to go enjoy it. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Where do we go? I mean, are we allowed to just go climb to the
Oh,
top?
yeah,
I mean,
you can.